I've just received in the post a package from Martin Parrott, who very kindly sent me this. He had a video recently called Easter 2018 Reading Fair and Unsubscribers Kinda VCLT Contest. And he was giving away some music to anyone who was interested, really. So I put my name down for this one, and he's very kindly sent it. So I've just removed my address there. I'm just going to open this now and show you what he sent. There's a note there which I won't read out, just in case. Very nicely packaged. This is an unexpected bonus. So there's a CDR here called the Vinyl Scavenger. I'm not sure what's going to be on that, but I'll have a look at the note in a minute. And this is what Martin has kindly sent me. It's compilation masterpieces by Bob Dylan, and as part of his kind offer, he said he'd like us to make a video about the music that he sent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this, and I'll add on to this video my thoughts once I've listened to it. So I'm going to give this a listen and then come back to you with some comments. So let's have a look inside. So it's a nice double gatefold. Some great pictures of Bob there. Looks a bit like Leonard Cohen. So there's actually 3 records here. So yeah, 6 sides of music. Oops, not that way. Okay, so I've now listened to this, all 6 sides of it, and enjoyed it very much. So I'm just going to tell you about a quick few things about it. So Masterpieces is a triple album compilation that was released in 1978, but only in Japan, New Zealand and Australia. You can see the import sticker there, and that's because Bob was going to be touring in those regions. It was the only Bob Dylan album I didn't have, so I was really delighted to be able to complete my collection with this. Also because it had been out of print for a while, so actually I think quite hard to get. What I like about it, it's not just any old compilation. The 6 sides are brilliantly organised. So side 1 covers your sort of classic Bob Dylan, bizarrely starting at the end, as it were, with Knocking on Heaven's Door, which, you know, a song about death. And then, you know, moving through iconic 60s songs you'd expect on an album with this title, Mr. Tambourine Man, All Along the Watchtower, and so on. And then a dip into the 1970s with One More Cup of Coffee. Then side 2, interestingly, has been curated as a live side. So that neatly mops up concert recordings that were included on Self-Portrait, More Greatest Hits and Hard Rain. And a particular highlight there is his version of Tomorrow is a Long Time that was recorded on 12th of April 1963, New York. This side ends with the really vitriolic version of Idiot Wind from the Hard Rain album, which is one of the most intense performances he ever gave. Then side 3 collects together rarities, of which the rarest is probably the freewheeling Bob Dylan outtake, Mixed Up Confusion. I think the version on Biograph, released later, is a different mix, and that this one is unique to Masterpieces, but Bob Dylan scholars can probably clarify that. There's also some non-LP singles, Positively 4th Street and Can You Please Crawl Out Your Window, George Jackson, Rita May, plus a couple of B-sides. And this is where it gets interesting, really. There's an epic version of Just Like Tom Thumb's Blues, recorded in Liverpool on 14th May 1966. And this was the first release of anything from the legendary Judas tour, which more recently was granted a 36 CD box set that was, in fact, the subject of the first video I did on this channel. The other big highlight is Spanish is the Loving Tongue, which was on the B-side of Watching the River Flow single, and has never been collected on any other album. There's a different take on another self-portrait, the bootleg series, but this one is even better. It's just Bob Dylan playing the piano and singing. It's absolutely beautiful. If I can, I'll put a link to that song in the comments below. And then side 4 rounds up his protest material. So you get Blowing in the Wind, The Times They Are Changing, Masters of War, and so on. And I like the way it then makes the leap from the 60s material to Hurricane, which was his song about Reuben Carter, the American boxer who was wrongly accused of murder. Then leaping to side 5, actually there is no real theme here. It's more a continuation of side 1, just kind of some Dylan classics. So you get Subterranean Homesick Blues, Ballad of a Thin Man, and you can't go wrong with any of these songs. And then finally, side 6 consists of love songs, which is a nice way to finish up. So there's everything from Don't Think Twice, It's All Right, to If You See Her, Say Hello, and Sarah, It Ain't Me, Babe, If Not For You. One slight oddity there is that you get Song to Woody, but even that's a love song of sorts. It's just his love song to his hero, Woody Guthrie. So that's the 6 sides of the album. What I like about this is just how comprehensive it is. There's tracks from every album from his debut through to Desire. In fact, every record except for Nashville Skyline, although you do get a live version of Lay Lady Lay, and Planet Waves from 1974. There's nothing from that. If I was being picky, I probably would have added Forever Young from that album instead of including the live version of Maggie's Farm. But I mean, that said, it's a brilliant attempt to sum up the range and scope of Bob's talents, and it really would work as a one-stop desert island Dylan if you needed one. Are they all masterpieces? Surprisingly, across the 39 tracks, pretty much yes. So yeah, hugely enjoyable album, and thanks again to Martin for his great generosity in sending this. Martin, I really appreciate it. And now I'm going to listen to your CD. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Bye.